Have you been wondering if a narcissist can change? And the answer is yes, they can change their behaviour. But before you sigh with relief, listen further. Welcome to the Divorce Sanctuary. I'm Elizabeth, author of Finding Lily and the A to Z of Emotional Abuse. And on this channel, I talk about healing from emotional abuse and divorcing emotionally from the abuser. I want to remind you that love should be unconditional and divorcing emotionally is life-changing. That you have a duty of care towards yourself. And I want to help you understand and process what's happening inside you and help you discover the best tools to heal on a deeper level, becoming the best version of yourself. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're returning, welcome back and thank you. So can a narcissist change? A narcissist is someone who has a personality disorder, which is characterized as grandiose and has a sense of self-importance. They lack empathy and they have a need for excessive admiration. They often exaggerate their own abilities and achievements, and they have this sense of entitlement to special treatment or privileges. People with NPD may struggle with relationships. They tend to put their needs over somebody else's. They also struggle with criticism, and they have difficulty accepting perceived flaws in themselves. There are different types of personality disorders. Each has their own specific set of symptoms. Some common examples might be borderline personality, antisocial, avoidance. I try not to use the terms narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath, because they can't take responsibility or don't see there's anything wrong with their behaviour, and a diagnosis comes from a professional. Emotional abuse is a pattern of behaviour. One person uses fear, humiliation, guilt or manipulation tactics to gain power over another. Unlike physical abuse, it often goes unnoticed, and the damage it caused puts you in a state of confusion. You had no idea the abuse was taking place. It happens very slowly, and it turns you crazy. They chip away at your self-esteem and you begin to doubt your perceptions of reality. And the abuser may use many tactics to trap you and gain the power and control over you, over your life and your finances. And the abuser manipulates you into believing that they are protecting you when in fact they're abusing you. And I'll link a video to coercive control. So can a narcissist change? Years ago, I heard an interview of a psychologist who said that he'd been successful with helping a few recover, but a person has to be motivated to change. And the unmet needs of that child, the emotional abuser as a child, meant that they're unable to master critical emotional development, and they continue to look into breaking these bonds throughout all of their relationships. They replicate relationships and take what they've learned from one relationship into the next one. They tweak it, they make it fit, and they start again. They use this cookie cutter approach as a form of protection. It's been created to protect their fragile wounds. They abandon themselves during that traumatic event or events, and their actions are now a way they survive. They didn't experience crucial development stages in their childhood, and they are trapped. And you might be asking, can the narcissist change because they've come back for a Hoover, and you're wondering if you should give them another chance. What I would ask you to do in that situation is, first of all, ask them to give you space to make a decision. Ask for them not to contact you and see how that feels during that time. Go no contact. See how your brain functions, how you feel having that space. If they won't give you that, this is a violation of a boundary, and they love a boundary. They love breaking them down. So while you have the space to think, if you've been allowed that, look at your relationship. How many chances have you given them? Some might not have led to you leaving or a discard. They might just have been a warning. Ask what's different about this time. What do you believe, or how do you believe they will change? Do you want to be in this place in a year's time, in 2 or 3 years' time, in a few months' time? Asking the same questions, regretting not taking that opportunity. Write out the patterns. Sit down with a pen and a piece of paper and see if you can spot the patterns in your relationship. How long was the idealization stage where they shower you with gifts and compliments? What happened? How long did it last? How long was it before you realized that you were back in that same relationship? What were their excuses? Why didn't it work that time? Why is it different this time? And a big one, is this all your fault? How many times, write that down, that have you given them a chance? And the crucial bit is, what is different this time? Why are they willing to change? And if they're willing to change this time, if you've given them a chance before, why didn't they take it last time? And you might be asking this question, can the narcissist change? Because you're in pain, you're wanting the abuser back, wondering if you change your behaviour, whether things would be different, or if and if only. Wondering if you can help them heal, if they can heal. The pain you're experiencing is the bonding that took place. And during this moment, what you experience is more painful than actually being in that relationship. They do change, but not in the way you think they do. And I'm going to link my video, 7 things to do to make the narcissist miss you. They may have hoovered you, claiming that they're so sorry for the pain that you're in. They don't regret anything they've done to you. They may regret losing control. They may regret not picking up sooner that you were going to make an attempt to escape, as now what they're going to have to do is hand over the power of the relationship back to you in an attempt to rein you back in. You might want them to take responsibility for their actions. They look like they've changed their behaviour. They may look different. They may be treating their new supply differently. This is all fake. They change the way they speak. This is a new mask that they've created because of the needs of the new supply. And you might be asking, why can they be different for somebody else? And they couldn't do that for you. They can change, but not deep down inside. And this is my belief. They learn to cover or change their behaviour. A few things that you can do now in this moment to help you is, the first one is stay in your body, ground and breathe. I'll link some videos to those. The second one is to write out your story, not just in the prompts that I gave earlier, but actually write out the story so you can see their behaviour and you can see the abuse. So when you falter, when you go into rumination, I'm hoping you won't if you ground and breathe, but when you go into that point of rumination, when you believe this is all your fault and you bring up all of the reasons why it is your fault, you can go back to your list and you can see that behaviour and come back into your body. Being in your body is the safest place at the moment. Have honest conversations with yourself. This is crucial. It is so empowering and it is so healing. You might not have these honest conversations. You might feel judged with the people around you, with your therapist, but you can be completely honest with yourself. You can say what you want. I want them back at that moment, in this moment. All I want to do is just to have them put their arms around me. And having this honest conversation will allow you to speak to the wounds that are holding you back, that are hurting. The fourth thing you can do is learn techniques to boost your own oxytocin. I did a short TikTok on this, so I'll try and link that in to the description. The fifth one you can do is join my membership, the Rise and Thrive Tribe, where you'll have access to exclusive resources created with you and your healing in mind, a monthly bundle of goodies delivered at the end of each month, ready for the new chapter. It includes a workbook, journaling prompts, and a monthly meditation. Every month there'll be access to a positivity drop-in clinic where you can ask questions and get support. There'll be a live meditation, access to our private Facebook group where you'll have access to me and you'll be supported on your journey, and you'll have supportive peers and a community that can share your plans, successes, they can share your lessons that you've learned and support you with no judgment. It's a really low cost membership and there's no contract, so you can join and leave when it suits you. You can join my free community on Facebook. Again, all of these links are put in the description box below. Can the abuser change? Personally, I don't believe they can on the deep level that you want them to. They do create personas to protect their fragile self. They protect their huge wounds. They can't take responsibility for their actions. This is everybody else's fault, and this is a default, and it controls every aspect of their life. They can change the way they behave. This is usually done to cover up their behaviour. They can change what they say. They also tell you what you want to hear. They change the way they respond usually for the new supply. They may change the way they dress, again for the new supply. They may also change the way they speak, again for the same reason. Healing from emotional abuse is a journey. It's not linear. Healing the wounds from this and other relationships is life-changing in so many different ways. You are not alone. It's important to surround yourself with people who understand what you're going through, the emotions that you experience, and with no judgment. You deserve to live the life you're born to live. Use the techniques and the ones from the videos that I will link in to the description box, and you'll start to reclaim yourself and your power back. But healing those wounds, particularly the original wounds, are crucial. And one of the biggest fears is that the healing is going to be more painful than the relationship, and that is not true at all. The work that I do and the way that I work will never ever go back and re-experience what people have been through. I just don't feel that is helpful, but we do work on a very deep level. If you found this video helpful in some way, please like and share and consider subscribing to the channel. And as I said, all of the links will be put in the description box below. And I'm sending you loads and loads of love until next time.